Metro Atlanta Community and Sheriff's Office mourning the loss of one of their own tonight.
28-year-old Nicholas Blaine Dixon was gunned down late last night. It happened after a car chase that turned into a foot chase. 4 suspects they were chasing in Hall County. A young father of 2 sons, including a 3-month-old baby boy. His family says this was his dream job.
We will hear more about Deputy Dixon in a moment from John Sherrick, but we begin our team coverage tonight with Joe Hankey and the latest on the investigation into what happened. Joe?
Well, Jeff, tonight the GBI is investigating the officer-involved shooting, while the Hall County Sheriff's Office is investigating a series of recent thefts in the city of Gainesville and around the rest of the county. Now, this crime scene tape is up because this is where, here on Highland Avenue, the officer-involved shooting took place late last night. Meanwhile, the Hall County Sheriff's Office tells us on their investigation they have 4 suspects in custody. Everyone is accounted for at this time. The Hall County Sheriff tells us deputies tried pulling over a stolen vehicle last night. A short chase took place, and then the driver deputies were chasing crashed. 4 males jumped out of the car and ran next to a house on Highland Avenue. According to the GBI, a man identified as 19-year-old Hector Garcia Salas shot Hall County deputy Nicholas Dixon under his bulletproof vest. Dixon and other deputies fired back, hitting Salas. Deputy Dixon died a short time later. Salas is now in custody along with 3 other people who investigators say jumped out of the car.
Individuals in it, we believe, had been involved in a lot of thefts inside the city limits and outside in the county, and one involving a large number of firearms. And so I know that we have located some firearms, and hopefully, as like I said, the investigation is ongoing, we'll locate even more.
And the sheriff there also tells us the suspected gunman was taken to the hospital in critical condition. And the sheriff, his investigators are working on securing an arrest warrant for felony murder for Hector Garcia Salas. The other suspects that were arrested as part of this case, so far the sheriff has not released any details about them as far as their names or possible charges that they could be facing, but we are told that this time they are in custody. We'll send it back to you in studio.
All right, after a long day of searching, thank you, Joe. The last Hall County Sheriff's deputy killed in the line of duty was nearly a century ago in the 1920s. John Sherrick reports from the Hall County Sheriff's Office, where the flags fly at half-staff and hearts are grieving.
The roar, then the wail. A massive escort for Hall County Sheriff's Deputy Nicholas Blaine Dixon, taking his body in a flag-draped casket to the funeral home in Gainesville. The honor guards salute fellow law enforcement officers from across Metro Atlanta, not leaving Deputy Dixon alone for a moment.
There are simply no words to express the profound grief that his loss brings each of us. He was out there in the darkness while most of us slept, bravely doing things that he could, and he loved serving.
Hall County Sheriff Gerald Couch says Deputy Dixon, 28 years old, graduated from the academy just a year ago, quickly became known as someone who ran toward trouble. A deputy who had what the sheriff describes as a servant's heart, married with a 9-year-old son and a newborn son who just turned 3 months old. A deputy who, Sheriff Couch says, knew the risks of serving in law enforcement, accepted them to protect his family, his community.
It takes a servant's heart in a person. This job is inherently dangerous, and they may not come back home at the end of their watch. We ask that you keep Nicholas's family and our department in your prayers.
We expect to hear about funeral services soon. This was a deputy who was part of a large and close family here in Hall County, and members of his law enforcement family now supporting his wife and 2 sons. Back to you.
I'm Jennifer Bellamy in the newsroom. Law enforcement agencies all over the state and the country paying tribute to fallen Deputy Nicholas Dixon. Condolences, thoughts and prayers coming in on Facebook from brothers and sisters in blue all over the state. Troup County, Jackson County, Gainesville, all of them sharing their love and well wishes for this deputy. And Lumpkin County Sheriff Stacey Gerard even recording a personal message.
My prayers goes out to Hall County Sheriff and Hall County Sheriff's Office, and I'm sorry for their loss, and we're here for them to do whatever we can do to help them.
The GBI now investigating the shooting, also paying their own tribute outside their headquarters today. The agency posted this video of employees lined up to honor a life of service as the police escorted the body of Deputy Dixon and that passed by. Now, agencies from outside of Georgia are also sending their condolences all from across the country. We've seen tributes from Alabama, from California, even as Florida as well. And we want to let you know that you can share your messages of condolence on our 11 Live Facebook page. Just look for this story.
All right. Jennifer, thank you.